This up. Okay. Okay. Can everyone hear me? If you can't hear me, can everyone hear me? Beautiful. Welcome to another review, guys. This week we're gonna review past week's trade, current trend of Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. All right. We're going to discuss all these, and let me just go ahead and close the Telegram as well and everything else. All right. Now, what we got going on here. So first of all, let's check Litecoin and see what's going on with Litecoin. All right. So Litecoin, after our buy zone, even made a breakout of our buy zone. All right, check it out. Here is the buy zone. We broke out. We touched the exact resistance line that I was expecting it to. All right, guys, this is 46% of solid profit. And afterwards, we made a correction. Apparently now, this is the support. Okay, this line that I'm holding at is the main support of Litecoin. What's important here is that if Bitcoin doesn't break back into the harmonic, Litecoin will gain stress to push more down. Worst thing that can happen is that we're gonna see the top of the buy zone, and that is not a big worry, okay? Because overall, this bad boy is bullish. These targets gonna get hit as long as we don't lose the R1 support mentioned on the roadmap. Now, you ask, what is the R1 support, okay? Or what happened here? What the hell is R1? Now, the R1, guys, this is the BTC roadmap, okay? And I have charted this back since May, since when we were here, back in May 12th, May 11th. And I decided to put this up. And currently, we are here. But before that, this whole thing you see here, this pink line, this is called the R1, guys. This is so important. This dictates if Bitcoin is going to go bullish or it's going to be bearish. If top coin is going to be bullish or if the top coins are going to be bearish, or the shit coin. This is our safe range. What you see here, which I have dictated, that we have a shit coin trading safe range and a top coin trading safe range. What's cool here is that we are currently standing exactly on top of the R1, except this is not a good candle. And you're looking at a daily chart here. We could possibly test the R1 and see how strong the R1 is. If we do break in the R1, okay, this is where these shitcoins gonna pump. This is why you have been seeing people buy 200 bitcoins of some dumb coin out here, okay? Because they believe that we are going to see the top area of this shitcoin trading safe range. You see how it is over here, and then the top coin trading safe range is here? That's where we're going, guys. We're going to the top of the shitcoin trading safe range. A little bit of a spike to the bottom, to the top of the shitcoin trading safe range, and had you see Storch pump, coins on Hobby pumped, INT pumped, Node, ACT, every one of these coins are getting extremely bullish and building a good momentum for a good launch. And I'm going to show you guys, all right? Now, while being over here, we saw how Neo pumped. And I've been telling you guys about Neo for a long time. And you know what time it is? It's time for its little cousin, Gas, to pump next. And this is why Gas is building volume. So this is the BTC roadmap, guys. This chart over here is very, very important to what we're doing over here. It has a certain complex harmonic pattern that has a certain gravity to it. And I will show you how we're exiting this or getting out of this harmonic pattern. This pink line you see here, this bad boy over here, is the main support for this trend. And I'm going to show you that on a closer range. Now, that was actually, I'm sorry, that chart I showed you was a 4-day chart, okay? The relationship between everything that is going on has an effect. Bitcoin didn't just pump because so-and-so said so, or some dude who created an antivirus said, oh, we're gonna do this. No, everyone who talks like that, they are practically not educated enough to understand the relationship between everything. in the market. Everything is related. Bitcoin is related to gold, to S&P 500. When situation becomes as main powers in the world going to go to a war, that thing just everything basically has an effect on the overall market. You see gold here getting the little pump. This blue line is BLX, Brave New Coin, okay? And this pumped with gold made a correction just with gold. And then on Monday, when the American market opens, we're going to see this little thing get a little stress, gold get a bit of bullish, hopefully. And thereon, this is the basically the turning point where Bitcoin gonna forget about the overall trend of the American market. That is the starting point where the cryptocurrency starts following the most valuable asset on this planet, which is gold, and no longer will care about everything else. Whoever gets out of Bitcoin here are gonna be the lads who are gonna who are gonna be losing out of the overall bullish trend. And that's the big correction we need before we go to the moon, lads. That is what's going on with Bitcoin. I have mentioned to you guys before, if you're shorting Bitcoin, you're not respecting the technology here. Every time you short Bitcoin, when some lad is getting liquidated, they're never going to come back to cryptocurrency. And that's the worst thing about this. Guys, this is a storage. This is one of my favorite coins. On July 18th, I announced this that we were going to go up. And what do you know? Did we go up? Let's check it out. Oh, look at that. First target, second target, and we are going towards the moon, guys. Now, this type of breakout style is something that I have mastered over the years. Make sure you go on my charts, drop your likes, and subscribe to me on YouTube, and follow my channel and get into my Telegram channel. I make you guys free money. So that's that. That was the storage whale call. Ali Sarboz. This is another chart that I have posted. This is mainly based on EOS. Okay, this is the EOS breakout from the edge. We have our buy zones here. We have our stop loss here. This is a really, really nice trade. And it's going to go ahead and go up. And this little correction happened due to the fact how much the BTC roadmap and that R1 is important to EOS. EOS considers itself as a top coin. And as the correction happened, as we topped the R1, look at the correction. And now again, we are becoming bullish. The reason we are becoming bullish is one, we are facing a support right here. Two, we got our buy zones again here. You could have bought more. And I believe if we lose this support, all of your buy zones gonna get triggered. Okay. Regardless to say, as soon as I posted, we have like a little stress, and B1 and B2 got triggered on some exchanges. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about EDN. Now, guys, some coins have a special risk to them, okay? And these coins are on some rare exchanges. KuCoin, maybe you might see it on Huobi. And I post these up because these things are the main coin that can go parabolic. What is important about EDN here? On August 14th, I posted this. And we are making that correction here currently. But as soon as we reach the top of shitcoin trading safe range, the pump gonna start. And it has already made a good amount of buy volume and bounce on this support line. And it's about time to now consider this little yellow line, this little white line over here as the next support line, okay? That is EDN, guys. And you can see on every one of my posts, I announced to you guys that this is the way to look at it. If you want to know the volatility of the asset you're holding, you got to be able to get on my roadmap and actually be able to understand if the trend is going towards shitcoins or not going towards shitcoins. That is important, lads. BTG growth potential. This one is going to be the best trade to be on, the best asset to hold for short midterm. I believe BTG has gained so much volume. It is ridiculous how much volume within the past month it has came into this trade, to this asset. Currently it's declining as Bitcoin is having this volatility, but lads are buying big volumes as we are on like a little mini downtrend here. and I believe the pump time gonna be coming up soon. Sometimes you can see on, like for example, on a downtrend, a whole level gets bought out by one order. These are the reversal that is signaling to us how we can possibly be pumping. On an 8 hours, you're seeing this. On a 4 hour, you're probably witnessing a harmonic pattern and breaking out of a wing over here. And you can check that out yourself. And also here is the same scenario. So we are seeing this, and you're like, oh no, the ratio of the harmonic gotta be this, that. No, I tell you that in cryptocurrency, due to the amount of exchanges and how volatile some of these pairs are, their most of the harmonics ratios are not comparably exact to the ratios you need to have, but they are still dictating the same scenarios. This is the BTG when I detected the breakout was gonna come, and then here is the same volatility scenario that I told you to look up. Now, guys, another one of these risky coin is NODE. Okay, we have been checking out NODE for some time now, and we have noticed a great type of volume coming into it. Just small lads buying big amount of Bitcoin of this asset on a downtrend is just ridiculous. And that's not the only reason I posted the chart. It's completely technical. We have a falling wedge pattern, engulfing happening. Who the hell bought so much of it while it's going back up? You can see the dojis here. You can see the big hammer, the big shadow here. And we have made a fake breakout. This is where all the resistance went bye-bye. Okay, all this volume here, that is where all that went bye-bye. This doesn't mean it's going to happen the same way as this one, but it means that we're going to go up. Okay, because we broke it, and now the volume is just starting to come back in. This is a 9-hour chart on this asset. So this could possibly be this could possibly be this could possibly be the scenario that we're going to actually make our breakout. Okay, if you can hear me, please give me a confirmation on that, because I really need to know if everything is working out well. All right, so this was the NODE. Now we're going to go back in on LSK. Guys, if you can hear me, please let me know on the chat. Now, LSK whale. This chart is very important. Before we made this main breakout here, I announced this to everyone. Okay, this is what you were looking at. All right, this is how I explained to you guys we were gonna do the breakout. We were on a great support. Wave analysis is telling me where we're going. We made a good amount of volume coming into LSK, and LSK is extremely bullish. Extremely bullish. All right, this trend we have going on can literally pop to the top of this channel. And even after I posted it, we had more volume coming in, way over almost about our third target would have got triggered over here as well. And this is very important how we went back in, bounced back up, and now currently flying in a zone that is completely bullish, where in the past this bad boy took it over altogether. This is an easy trade, guys. You hold this for a midterm, it will be really nice for you. I'm not gonna say, oh, the stress of the S&P can be deadly bad, whatnot. But look at this trend. Pay attention to it. And this was announced on the premium group as the golden setup package that I post for everybody. What to hold midterm. A lot of lads thinking the main profit is made when you're doing leverage. Yes, but there is a hat you're wearing over there, and that hat has a big sign on it, and it says you're in a top of risk. Okay, a lot of risk. And afterwards, we made the breakout. You can see the breakout over here. Look at this, on a downtrend and making higher highs. How much volume? Who bought this much Bitcoin on a downtrend? Now, if you go look at the radar or like a whale tracker or whatnot, you can see how much volume just went through LSK while we were going down. Now, guys, I showed you guys that. That was LSK trade. Now, BNB roadmap. Previously with BNB, you can margin this, okay? And we margined it back from the breakout, the main breakout happened, okay? This trade, when we were back in July 20th, looked like 3rd of July, it looked like this. Check it out. And you can clearly see where we were. And then afterwards, we made the breakout. And the breakout came, and now it looks like this. This shape you're seeing here, guys, is a diamond pattern. The reason this diamond pattern, I believe we're gonna break downwards first, is due to the fact that we were at the edge of the harmonic. And this basically when we are losing the main steering wheel for the first time, okay, in a while, the stress regardless in cryptocurrency gonna affect shitcoins and top coins all together. There's gonna be a day you're gonna turn on and you're gonna see everything is looking red even though somebody said we're gonna go up. This is why we're probably making, let's check it out, boom. So now, how much can this decline until we can forget about the bullish trend of BNB? I would say to the edge of this curve, to the edge of this cup. This cup has started a scenario since April, and it will be looking like this. You're on a long term, lads, okay? This curve is going to take its way. And we have our targets. I would say your stop loss should be somewhere around here. And that's the BNB roadmap. So these were the trades that were recent that we were on. Now I want to have you pay attention to a certain assets here, okay? When we, for example, in cryptocurrency are on, like, let's say ELF, okay? And ELF to Ethereum can look bearish when Ethereum is pumping like a crazy, going through a crazy pump, all right? And that's why you're going to see the decline. But overall, no matter what you're looking at, is going to tell you in all the trends and all the patterns that it's trying to tell you something. It's trying to tell you this is a bullish pattern. When a ball falls from the sky, it should bounce. Okay, it should stabilize itself. And the volume should decrease. And when it does, the real momentum of the coin should kick in. And this is the channel that it was on. As Ethereum pumped, this coin declined. However, it respects the cycle of it. As soon as Ethereum declines back, as you saw when we were at 420, 430, it declines. This coin goes up. And not just to Ethereum, I can show you what I'm talking about. If you look at ELF BTC, which is this chart I'm about to show you, same scenario. BTC didn't grow as much as Ethereum, right? So now you're looking at a more solid chart here. You see? You see how it's respecting all the supports? You see how it's pumping over the support. These white lines, guys, these are our buy zones. These lines are our targets. And it's respecting the same scenario. So this is ELF with a good volume. This pump, guys, is a 30% pump. ONT. ONT BTC. Let's check this trade out. So here is my buy zone. Here is my stop loss. Before this breakout happened, someone told you to get on this and achieve it, okay? So now we're gonna ride the same ride twice. The decline happens, touches our buy zone, boom, back at it, back at the resistance, the decline. All right, guys? You're looking at some quality charts apparently. So let's look at General Electric. I posted this as an example, how American stock market is going through what we went through when the dark ages were upon us. And it's the same scenario. Look at it. Look at it how it's respecting the trend line here. Anyway, let's check out dusk and what's going on with dusk, or what went on with it. All right. As I told you, the bounce gonna happen, the ball gonna drop, boom, 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 and we are at a critical moment. I use a certain style to detect these breakouts, and this was posted back in June 10th, July 10th. So we have achieved 130% on dusk overall, and then afterwards, this resistance line got tapped. As soon as it got tapped, we were making the correction, and the price is holding itself. And if you pay attention to the buy volume and the sell volume, what do you see? You see that the sell volume is decreasing as it's dropping. Okay, this is where the doji happened, and then you got the pump afterwards. But here's the thing, this is the announcement that you need to know where the support is. We're sitting on a support, guys, and at any moment we can have our uptrend, our next legs go up, ABC pattern. So that's dusk. I'm gonna show you guys Matic. Matic went through a whole um, turbulence before achieving the targets. Let's check it out. All right, so we did hit our midline of this channel. Last time we did this, we got pumped way over it. All right, and I believe, yeah, Matic was a premium call. And once this correction came about, we were going upwards. Here is basically on 19th of July where the dump came about. This is a shit coin. The Bitcoin pump came and it lost value towards Bitcoin. However, this channel is so important that as soon as the doji took place, the hammer came about, we were back up again. And that's important, guys. How, and then again, we are bullish on a diagonal support where we were back here again. Next target, boom, right here. Okay? Okay. Now that was Matic. AMB. Oh man, I love the AMB setup. The AMB set, and what you it's crazy here, how Ethereum pumped so much, and this coin decided to still look so nice for us, guys. So nice for us. All right, look at this. Look at all this buy volume here. This bad boy, guys, if someone bought market order with this low amount of volume and he pumped the price up this much, it triggered out all these sell wall zones and it pushed the price up as much as this is the resistance. Okay, this is why it can grow 400%. This is why we are holding AMB, because it's a very, very, very valuable asset. AMB trade, guys. You were looking at AMB trade. Just like AMB, NAS is another not like amazing, amazing setup. Now, I announced we were gonna have some craziness going on in this, and about like literally within a minute or two, you could have made 104% as we are getting close to this red line here, guys. Okay, this is the overall resistance of NAS. Nubilis looked like this. Nubilis looked like this when we were playing around it, when we discovered it on a wedge. And right about here is when we discovered it. So we put our assets here. You can find this chart also here if you click on this on TradingView. Now let's play this chart out, check it out, see what happened to it, where we went with this. Okay. All right, so check it out. It went as much as, oh my God, look at this. Triggered all the way to the bottom of the triangle. And then it pumped back up all the way to, if you had a buy order here again, all right, where the buy zone is, it would have got triggered. And you would have made so much money just within a few minutes. And then it would trigger back up. You're over here. You can see how this coin is so bullish. It's about to, guys, when NAS breakout comes on the next alt season, which I believe we're pretty much upon us that we're gonna see this thing, you're gonna be a happy lad holding some NAS. Don't just jump into this, okay? No, layer buy. What's a layer buy? Try to put a buy order so it gets triggered. Hopefully, when Bitcoin starts getting pumpy, trying to get back into the BTC roadmap harmonic pattern, the zone that I told you guys, so it gets triggered and then keep putting your buy orders. Do not go any lower than this zone over here because realistically, this happens because we're lucky. Okay, that was the NAS roadmap. All right, let me see if I'm gonna tell you guys this is 4H no heat. Guys, I like heat a lot. Reason being, everyone's scalping and this is the best scenario. We are stuck between a demand zone, a resistance, and a diagonal support. And this bad boy is just flying up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And this is a really nice asset to just put it like an order at 6 or even 5, and hopefully it gets triggered because it will bounce up because the buy volume that is like ready to get kicked in is so big, so massive with HOT. So guys, I believe this was that BNB one that I was explaining to you guys. Oh, another important one, guys. WTC, okay, to Ethereum is reacting the same way how AMB was, okay? And this is what I like about it. I like the curve. When the curve comes, okay, and prior to the resistance, we have the breakout, we pull back, and now we are here. This can be the last time you're gonna see the price stand here. And what I like about this, when the alt season comes, this thing gonna pop. It's gonna be a nice pop, guys. So that was WTC. I believe I covered everything. I still want to tell you guys that ACT as well is another risky one on Hobie. You should think about this because this is my favorite. And no, this is not an Elliott. Okay, I'm just counting how many times we're going onto the top. But pay attention. When the price was at 63, 64 sats, we got into this. I've been holding it since. Okay, seen some crazy things, a good amount of pump, collected profit, bounce back in, and we are about to get really parabolic on this asset, guys. Okay, ACT can just pop out of principle, and ACT originally looked like this before the main breakout. Okay, this is a deep crab. This one is a white swan. The breakout happens, a retest, and then the continuation to the white line. Breakout touched 80%, lads, to that white line that I mentioned to you. And that's where we are. And currently, this is how it's looking. If you consider this a buy zone, we are about to have a few more up and downs before it takes off. 156% spike is about to happen. This is a really, really good coin, guys. Extremely important to be invested or put at least a bag on this thing, okay? All right, guys. So I showed you guys these. Now I'm going to review what actually Bitcoin is doing, where we're going, what's going on. Let me open up my chart. On Monday, when the American index opens, about an hour or so, we're going to realize if it's going to be manipulated to hold its price again or it's going to let go. If it fully drops, okay, we're going to have the stress of the newbies to get out of Bitcoin, and then afterwards we're going to see what happened back in 2017 again. EOS, I'm explaining what can happen here to the Bitcoin price, currently holding the support. Now let's review. The roadmap, the mighty, mighty roadmap. Okay. Yes, I have a lot of lines right now on this. I constantly review my charts, guys. It's a constant thing for me. I'm gonna explain to you what's going on here. So on the premium, okay, prior to this fake breakout we had here, I explained we can have a swing all the way to the top, drop, and I was correct. You can see all the things that I told you. Over here, I believe we are kind of bullish, and till another 13, 14 hours, Bitcoin can climb up. This means NEO gas can climb up. This means ETC can climb up. ECH can have a little, and we are going to try to get out of R1. Now, R1 is going to react as it can push the price back up. It's very important here that what we're about to see, because the gap here dictates, and this pink line that we have going on here has a certain gravity to it. And what I mean by gravity, I mean this. I mean, this bad boy looks like this, and one time, two time, three, four, five, we have been there, and it looks like a support. The reason is it is a support. It's a diagonal wing of this harmonic pattern. Now, what is this harmonic pattern, guys? This is an N-star complex harmonic pattern, and it's a bearish type too. It's not a bullish one. Yes, we're going up, but there's gonna be a time. I mean, and this is a long term, guys. This is not your short term. But I believe that when the time comes, okay, when the time comes, we're gonna see, hopefully, I hope we don't break down, because a lot of these nanostars, when they break down, they have to go to their major support. The major support for this is at 10,466, and that is if the R1 doesn't hold. And even if we drop to 10,460 something, um, your shitcoins are still safe. Now, once we pass 10,792, yes, your NEO is going to get dumpy, but pay attention here. We're about to make the confirmation of the head of an inverse head and shoulder. Yes, I tell you, we're about to make a harmonic happen before the harmonic happens, because you're seeing how I'm counting everything here. Even on the wave analysis, if you're an Elliott dude, you will know what I'm talking about. This is the part that good manipulation can happen. Okay, we can have that touch to this resistance and then try to break back into the harmonic. But I believe we need a good amount of Bitcoin for that, and the possibility of that is not much. But hey, we are bullish, and that's the only thing that matters here. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this review, and drop your likes, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Tradingview, get into my Telegram. The power of us only lies when we are connected with each other, when we know the true information is, and when we can teach each other, announce to each other. This is why we have Bitcoin bots. This is why we have radars that tells us how much Bitcoin is coming to certain things or not. And if those things don't tell us those volumes are coming in or not, we're not going to be able to understand where the market is going. And it's also important, don't follow any idiots that come about and tell you, hey, I know what's going on, what's not going on. Because most of those lads are probably going to direct you to a position, especially if you're doing margin trading, that you're going to get liquidated. And that's the part that you don't want to see. That's the thing you do not want to go through, because you get liquidated one, two times, you're doing margin trading at a high leverage, you want to become rich overnight. That's where the bad thing gonna happen. I announced this a long time ago when we were gonna go crazy with EOS. You can see how a lot of lads are trying over here to dictating what a downtrend is, this is, but you have to be able to drop a chart where it matters the most, when we are gonna have the exact pump happen. So guys, I showed you guys everything, and hopefully next week I have more details for you. I'm going to try to share more charts as soon as we break back into the harmonic. Y'all have a great week. Thank you for being here.